everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Before we even start, I just want to ask you to confirm in the chat that you can hear me well, so that at least we are sure to be that you can listen to what I'm saying. Otherwise, we will try to fix it very quickly. Okay, good. Thank you very much for.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, so welcome, first of all, to everybody. Thank you very much for deciding to join this webinar. This is more of a live training session with us about the website. So in today's webinar, we will be covering some basics about Lodgify website builder. And before we start, I would like to introduce and thank my colleagues who are here with me. There's Chan from the product team. He's the product manager of the website squad here at Lodgify. So thank you, Chan, and welcome. And I also would like to thank Juan. He's joining from Argentina, and he's the quality specialist of the customer success team at Lodgify. My name is Adriana, and I'm the trainer in the customer success department at Lodgify as well. All right, so today, as we said, we will be looking a little bit closer at our website builder. And the website in general is a very broad domain. It covers a lot of different topics, from the design to the SEO and the domain, etc. So today we will be focusing on the style and design of the website. We will look at the option that Lodgify offers within our website builder, and then we will try to give you some tips on how to enhance and make the look of your website a little better. Very quickly, this is what we will be talking about today. So there's going to be a small introduction to the topic. We will look at the difference between single and multi-website. So in terms of how many rentals are published on the website. Then we will look at the option to design your website through Lodgify. We will look at default content versus custom content. And then we will try to get a little creative by looking at some of our customers' websites. And also we'll try to give you some cool idea on how to add more functionalities and just make your website look better. So, disclaimer. Juan?
Yes, Adri, sorry to interrupt you, but before we begin with the presentation, thank you to everybody who is here: Lisa, Juan, the team at Runaway Bay, Claire, Mark, Raul. Just thank you for being here. Also, those who registered but are not present during the presentation, our fellow interested people from Australia, for example, that are going to see this recorded after the fact. Can they ask any question after this has already ended, Adriana? Can they send us questions anywhere so we can address their concerns after this meeting is ended?
Thank you, Juancho. In this regard, I wanted to also confirm to those who can make it till the end or couldn't join the live session that the recording of this meeting will be sent to you, to whoever registered, whether you attended the event or not, by email in the following days. So normally by the end of the week. So within Friday, you should receive the recording. Plus, it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you have questions after the event, the live event, you can definitely open a ticket with the support team at Lodgify or the sales team, depending on whether you already have a subscription to us or not. The chat will no longer be active. So at the end of the presentation, there's going to be a space for you to ask your questions. So we will be monitoring the chat and save questions for the end of the presentation so that we can leave some minutes and try to sort your doubts before we close the event. With that said, this webinar is part of a series called Mastering Lodgify series. If you open YouTube and look for Lodgify, there's a playlist called Mastering Lodgify series that includes all of the previous episodes that we already had. We covered all sorts of topics, from how to create a rental, set up your rates, some of the integrations that we have with the online travel agencies. So for example, Airbnb, Verbo. If you're interested, you can go and check those out. But as we said, by the end of the week, this recording will be uploaded there as well. In the meantime, if you have questions, please take advantage and use the chat to ask your questions. We will try to cover as much as we can at the end of the presentation. All right, so I think we can get started. As we said, today we will be looking at some basics about the Lodgify Bookable website. There's probably going to be more episodes on this topic because it's a very huge topic. Today we will be focusing on styling and designing the website. Then in the future episodes, we will try to cover also some technical aspects, such as the domains that we know for our customers is a very dear topic, SEO, analytics, and more advanced sort of settings. But why is it important to have a bookable website? A direct booking website is essential for boosting your brand and increasing bookings because it allows you to showcase your property effectively and enhance the guest experience. The good thing is that with Lodgify, creating a website is quick and very easy because most of the content or part of the content of your Lodgify website is built automatically in just a few clicks. However, you can still customize it so that you can add your touch, so that you can showcase your business and personalize it so that your brand identity really is really reflected in the website. All of this with one goal: to elevate your online presence and increase the chances of getting direct bookings, right? Because the bookings you get through the website are different from the bookings you may get on other booking platforms that you are using, Airbnb, Verbo, Booking.com, etc. Now, let's start with looking at the differences between a single property website and a multi-property website. Let's start with saying that with any Lodgify subscription, you're going to get one website. Okay, and you could get a single website, so a website where just one property is listed, or a multi-property website. So in one website, there's enough space for all of your rentals to be displayed and booked. This depends whether you get a single or a multi-website, depends on the subscription that you activate to Lodgify. So if you subscribe for one rental, then you're going to automatically get a single property website. On the other hand, if you subscribe for 2 or more rentals, you're automatically getting a multi-website. What are the main differences between a single website and a multi-website? This is how let's say this is the homepage of a single property website. As we said, it's just one rental. We said at the beginning that most of the content of your website is automatically built through the system, right? And this is called default content, in particular default pages. So if you have created your rental, you remember that you've set up a description, a name, a location, you have uploaded pictures, you have set up your rates. So all of that is automatically transferred onto the website, and it creates the so-called default pages that correspond to the menu titles of your website. We're talking about the single property website, okay? So each section of the rental, the overview, the map, the pictures, the rates, they create menu titles visible in the homepage. Another characteristic of the single property website is the Book Now button, directly linked to the checkout page. So if I were to click on the Book Now button, I would be automatically taken to the checkout page of the only rental available on this website. And in this date picker that you have in the homepage, the calendar clearly just refers to that one rental. So it will clearly display what dates are available and what dates are not available. Not available because they're already booked or because of other restrictions that you may have. On the other hand, if we look at a multi-property website, what are the main differences with the single one? Clearly, it's different because there's more rentals visible on it. But instead of having all the default pages created as menu titles, you get an all properties page in this all properties page, your website visitors will be able to see all of your rentals. And once they access the rental, they will see then the details of your map, your pictures, your rates, etc. Instead of having a book now button, as we said, the book now button is tied to the checkout. Clearly, each rental has its own checkout page. Therefore, here it is possible to have a book now button that takes directly to the checkout page of just one rental. It's just one, so it's just one checkout page as well. On the other hand, on a multi-property website, it's multiple checkout pages. Therefore, either you reach the rental page through the all properties pages or through this search button that you see here. When you are in the rental page, then you will be able to click on Book Now and be taken to the specific rental checkout page. Another difference is the date picker or the calendar visible in the home page. Because we're talking about multiple rentals, there's also multiple availabilities. Therefore, one calendar cannot display the availability of multiple rentals at the same time, right? So this will just show, like, it's just a generic calendar that shows all dates available. And then once the guest places a search or selects specific dates, they will be taken to the all properties page where only the rentals available for the dates that have been selected will show. Or if the guest or the website visitor reaches the rental page, they will be able to see the actual calendar with the actual availability of that rental within the rental page. Same happens with the location. So to filter, you can use both dates and location. So you can click on this drop down, and in the all properties page, only the properties located in the selection, the selected location, will display. All right. Now, let's look at what options we have in Lodgify to design and style our website. Let's start with saying that in the style section, you can customize your website appearance, choose your templates, preferred colors, fonts, images, and logo to reflect a look, to create a look that reflects your brand. At the end of the day, that is what matters. You want the website to really show your identity. You want your guests to understand what your business is about just by a very quick look at the website, right? So that's why the content is important. The way it looks is also as important as the content. So first, you will be asked when you enter the style section of your Lodgify account. So you would go to the website builder and then style section. You will be asked to choose a template. A template defines the general layout and structure, specifying how elements like texts, images, and menus are positioned and displayed on the screen. Currently, Lodgify offers 4 templates that you can choose from: Livingston, Tideway, Capucine, and Brooklyn. And I also wanted to mention 2 things: that all of the Lodgify websites are optimized for mobiles as well. We know that nowadays everybody pretty much uses their mobile, right, to navigate the internet. So all of the templates adapt perfectly to any screen size, mobile templates, etc. But also that, let's say that you just start creating your website and you choose to use Livingston as your templates, but in 1 month you change your mind and you want to switch to Capucine. That's perfectly fine. Changing from one template to the other requires you to just click on the new template, and then the entire content, whether it's default content or custom content that you have built, will automatically adapt to the new chosen template. Okay. Just to give you like a very quick overview of what are the main characteristics of each template. So here we have Livingston. I'm not sure. I would say it's probably the most used one out of the 4, but I'm not 100% sure. The main characteristic with Livingston is that Livingston is the only template that has a full width image in the home page. So the image takes the entire screen, as you can see, and the menu is positioned on top of the of this picture, of the so-called hero picture. So the picture in the home page is called hero picture. In Tideway, instead, the picture doesn't take the entire space. It's cropped, okay? And the shapes are also a little bit more rounded compared to Livingston. Brooklyn is the only template that has the menu on the side. So there's this sidebar and there's the hamburger menu. So the three lines that you see in Brooklyn are called hamburger menu. And this is the main characteristic of Brooklyn. You would click on the three lines here and the menu would open in a sidebar. And then there's Capucine, who with Capucine, the content of the website is centered. So everything is in the center of the page, and then there's blank spaces on the sides. Okay, so these are the main differences between the four templates. When it comes to default content, so for example, the pages that I've mentioned before, the overview, the map, the location, they are very similar regardless of the templates that you have chosen. The main differences really mostly apply to the look of the home page. Then, as we said, in the style section of the website, you can work with colors, fonts, and buttons. So you can choose from predefined color palettes. So Lodgify already offers you some color scheme that you can choose from, but also you can choose to fully customize every element that appears on the website by choosing your favorite colors one by one. One color for the business name, one for the links, one for the buttons, etc., etc. Same for fonts. You can use the same font for heading, paragraphs, and buttons, or different fonts for each one of these different items. And you can also choose the style of the buttons. Do you like them to be a little sharper or rounded? Would you like the color to be a solid color, so to take the entire button, or just the outline? So it's like these are small details, but they make the difference. Okay, so even the shape of a button can be important. And in regards to that, there is the option. So Lodgify clearly, when you click on the drop down for fonts, you will find a selection of fonts already available in there. However, if there's a font that you particularly like that it's not available, you can definitely download it from Google Fonts and add it to your website. If you want to know how to do that, feel free to open a ticket with the support team, help@lodgify.com, and we will help you with your Google Fonts as well. Just to give you an idea, this is how the homepage looks like. This is a multi-property website, and in this screenshot in particular, I'm using Tideway. So there's this nice image. The menu is on the top, and then the rest of the content is below the search bar. The hero image is as important as the fonts, as the buttons, the colors, etc. It's what the guest and the website visitor will see first, right? Because when we open a website, the first thing that we see is the homepage and the picture on the homepage. So it's really important. So you can choose one or more pictures for your homepage, and this is a recent addition. This was a recent improvement of the website builder. Before, you could only choose one. Only one template allowed you to add a slideshow to the homepage. Now that is possible with all four templates. And pictures also move automatically. So there's no need. I mean, the visitor can definitely click on the arrows to move from one picture to the other. Otherwise, the pictures will move automatically so that at some point they will all display. Clearly, uploading good quality pictures is very important, is recommended. Visually, pictures really make the difference. So in that case as well, if you want to know more on what format or size is recommended for your template for the homepage, the majority of the info is available in the website builder itself, but also there is a knowledge base article that explains in details what are the recommended sizes and formats for pictures, depending on different sections of the website builder that you're working on. This is the hero picture, as we said in this example. This is a very short video of how it would look like if we uploaded a slideshow to the homepage. So as you can see, pictures move automatically. Okay. Now, the logo. The logo is also very important, right? It's like your business card. We all know, like we all know Instagram. We see the Instagram logo and we know it's Instagram. We see Facebook logo, we know it's Facebook. Same with Netflix, same with YouTube, Apple, etc. So logo, it is what really evokes the brand, right? The logo. In Lodgify, clearly you can upload your logo. And once again, if you want to know more on what are the recommended sizes, more than sizes, the recommended formats for your logo or specifics of your logo, for example, the transparent background, so that you can also use it on top of pictures. Again, you can refer to the knowledge base articles that we have. In our blog, so if you type on your search bar lodgify.com/blog and search for logo, you will find an article that our marketing team has created, so a blog post that our marketing team has created, with a lot of suggestions and tools that you can use to come up with the best logo, to create the best logo for your website. And there's really plenty of options and plenty of opportunities and possibilities with colors, with pictures, icons, designs, fonts, etc. So for example, on my website, I made a few tests. As you can see, I have, this is the same website, just in 3 different versions, right? I used 3 different logos. So you can definitely test it out and see what works best for you by uploading or maybe creating different alternatives and choose which one looks best or which one you prefer. If you don't want a logo, even though we strongly recommend having a logo, this also links back to other topics, such as if you're integrated to Google Vacation Rental, for example. Google Vacation Rental, as you know, or I don't know if all of you know, but the integration between Lodgify and Google Vacation Rental will always redirect your guests to book on your Lodgify website, right? So the website still plays a huge part if you're using Google Vacation Rental. However, having a logo also increases the chances that your website kind of position better on Google Vacation Rental. Okay, it will also display on Google Vacation Rental. So having a logo, it's important for many different reasons, for your brand identity, but also if you choose to use the integration to Google Vacation Rental. However, let's say that you don't want a logo, you prefer to have a text instead of an icon or instead of a picture. You can definitely do that. Do not upload a logo and add a business name instead. The business name will show in the same position as the logo would. And you can choose, once again, sizes and font for your business name as well. And should you want to add some short sentence or text below the business name or below the logo, you can use this field. And this is called tagline, and it will show right below either the logo or the business name. Okay, now let's talk a little bit how the content of the website is built. As we already mentioned, the content of the website can be divided into different categories: the default content and the custom content. The default content is content created automatically by Lodgify by pulling the information from the account and from your rental configuration. And it's the same in every Lodgify website. It's the same in that the same number of pages is created for every Lodgify website. Of course, the difference comes from the different information that each one of you have set for their rental, right? Instead, custom pages are fully built by you. So you can create them and build their content the way you want. So in the pages section of the Lodgify website builder, you have the tools to create engaging website content. Automatically generated default pages based on your rental settings, as we said, alongside custom pages, you can design, ensure that your business is showcased effectively. Showcase your business unique offering and attract more guests, right? By building nice content. So what are the default pages? As we said, these are pages automatically created by Lodgify based on your rental configuration. These are the overview, where the name, the description, the amenities, the sleeping arrangements, etc. will be visible. The gallery, where all of your pictures will display, map, rates, so all of your rates, and the contact details. So these are the default pages created automatically based on your rental settings. In a single property website, as we said at the beginning, these default pages will become menu titles. So the overview, the map, the gallery, the rates, the availability. Can you delete any of these pages? Of course you can. You can delete default pages at any time. You cannot customize them. So the actual structure of a default page cannot be changed, cannot be edited. It is the same in all websites and in all templates as well. This is how default pages would look on a multi-property website. Of course, imagine that you have 10 rentals right on your website. So you would have 10 overview pages, 10 gallery pages. Putting all of those in a menu would make the menu super long and probably not aesthetically pleasant and also not efficient. So instead of doing that, what the system does when it comes to multi-properties website is merge all of these default pages into one page called the rental page and transforms them into tabs within the same page. So description, that will be the whole overview. Pictures, amenities, location, rates, availability, reviews. It's the same, just the format is different. We don't have single pages anymore. Now we have one pages with tabs. All right. And this for all of your rentals. Okay, so now we understand, we know what default pages are, how they are created, and that they cannot be edited, they cannot be customized. What are custom pages? Custom pages are created and built with your unique content, allowing you to tailor your website to fit your business need. So you can decide not to create any custom page. You can decide to create as many custom pages as you want and build the content of each one of them as you want. So how do we create custom pages? In the website builder, we would have to go to the pages section, and then as you can see, we have these three but plus icon, right? Why do we have three? Why not just one? Because we have three different menus. We could say that we have three different menus. In the header navigation, we work on the pages that should appear as menu titles. So if we want to add a page to our menu, we would have to click on this plus icon right here. However, every Lodgify website also has a footer. So, you know, that black bar that displays at the very bottom of your website. You can choose to add pages there as well. In that case, you would click on this plus icon. But what is then the not linked section? The not linked section is a section where you can create pages that can only be accessed if you share the direct URL. So they are not visible anywhere. You have to proactively share the link to that specific page with whomever you would want to be able to access that page. And those pages are also not indexed in the search engines. So they wouldn't show in, for example, Google results if someone is placing a search. Okay, they're not indexed. Let's focus now on creating a page, let's say in the header navigation, so in the actual website menu, we would click here, and we will be presented with these four options: page, link, rental, folder. What are the differences between these four options? The page is a blank page, so it's empty, there's nothing. You will have to build its content. Okay, so it's just a blank canvas for you to do whatever you want with it, pretty much. If you instead add a link, then you will be asked to enter the URL if you want to link the website to another page. For example, I don't know, maybe you have created a blog externally, like not in Lodgify, and you want to link it. You can choose the link option and enter the URL of your blog created outside of Lodgify here. If you select rental, you will be able to restore any default page that you have or may have deleted. Let's imagine that you accidentally delete the gallery page. Can you bring it back? Of course, you would have to choose the option rental, select the page that you want to restore, and that page will be back on the website. And then folders allow you to create folders. So drop down menus. So you can have one menu title, and then add more pages within that folder. Okay, so it's just a way to organize your menu a little bit better. Okay, now let's focus on how to create a custom page, actually build the content of a custom page. What can we do with it? As we said, the other options will just bring back default pages or will allow you to link to an external page that was already built or to organize the menu in folders. But when it comes to custom pages, how can we actually build the content of these custom pages? Through sections. And this is, I don't know, Chan, if the new website builder has been released to all users, because I don't know if you know, but we have recently released a new, improved, way better website builder. I don't know if it's been released to all customers.
It's been released to about
70% of users.
Okay, nice. So 70% of our users are already benefiting from the improvements brought through by the new website builder. And very soon, I'm assuming that all our customer base will also be migrated to the new website builder. So the content of a custom page is now built through sections. Sections are components that add specific features or content to a web page, like text, images, videos. Lodgify website offers a variety of sections. So to start, this is how a custom page would look like. So you can easily identify it by this paper icon next to it. You will see here 3 dots. You click on those and then select edit. This will take you to the actual website builder. So that space where you can actually start building the content of the custom page. Or you can also click on the add section button, as you can see on the screen that appears on the website builder itself. What are the sections available in the website builder? As we said, there's plenty of sections. Content to add text mostly, but we will see that it allows you to do much more than that. Images to upload pictures, heading to upload titles. Why do we have a section for heading if it's just text? Why can't we use the content section? That is because headings have a different weight when it comes to SEO. They are recognized as one of the most important part of a page by search engines like Google. So clearly, a word that is recognized by search engines as heading is more powerful than if we just use a paragraph or like a regular content widget. Even though the content widget also gives you the possibility to mark a specific word as heading. Then videos. When it comes to videos, I want to clarify one little thing with videos. The video, you can upload videos to your pages. However, the video must be online. It cannot be just a video that you have saved on your device, computer, phone. It has to be a video that is already published on some sort of streaming platform, such as YouTube, Vimeo, and so on. You're going to need the embed code that you'll find on the platform. So, for example, in YouTube, you click on the share button next to or below the video and select embed and copy that code into the widget, and then the widget, the video will actually work. Then we have custom HTML. With custom HTML, you can do a lot of different things. You can add functionalities to the page. We will look at nice ways to use this widget in a minute. But it's very versatile. Together with the content widget, I would say they are the most versatile sections that we have. The booking inquiry, it's a form that website visitors can use to send an inquiry. So they will have to add their details, their phone numbers, email, etc. Same for the contact. I think the difference between booking inquiry and contact is that The contact section asks or requires the website visitor to enter their phone number so that you get an entry in your reservation section in Lodgify. It's like a request to be called by a website visitor or whoever is interested in maybe booking your rental, but they have some questions and they would like you to call them. The admin login section is used if you're using the owner feature in Lodgify. So the owner feature allows you to invite other users to your Lodgify account, of course, with a limited level of access. These users can log in through the regular login page, so lodgify.com/login. But if you use the admin login section on your page, they will be able to log in to the account through that section as well. What else do we have? We have slideshows to add multiple pictures and have them move automatically. The search bar. So the search bar is just a replicate, like the same search bar that you have in the home page or in the other default pages. You can add it to the custom pages as well. It's a search bar that is fully integrated with your booking engine. Therefore, it will display the real availability and number of guests allowed, location, etc. Featured properties. So featured properties is used if you have a multi-website, right? So a website with multiple properties. A use for it could be, for example, let's imagine that you have many different types of rentals, from apartments to villas, but it's almost summertime and maybe you want to showcase or advertise, promote your villas with the pool a little bit better. You can use the featured property section to choose the rentals that you would like to promote, to showcase. You want to make them better visible. Select the properties and they will display in either the homepage or the custom page that you are building now. And finally, we have the promotion widget. In case you're running a promotion, you can select the promotion that you want to make visible to the custom page. You select the promotion previously created for your rental in Lodgify, and that will display on the website with a beautiful banner with the discount, with the promotion details, and also the promo code in case you have one. Okay, so these are the available sections. I want to focus on, yeah.
Yes, sorry to interrupt you. Maybe you want a second to breathe. So I wanted to make a quick clarification to everybody. Now, some questions you will notice we are answering on the spot. Some questions we are leaving for the end, and there is a criteria for this. Don't you worry if your question is not being answered on the spot. We are going to tackle the question in the Q&A section, mainly because either the question needs a lot of clarification, so it's better to speak out loud about the answer, or because the question is very useful for the rest of the participants, so we want to highlight and spotlight the answer. So don't you worry, if your question is not being addressed in the moment, we will tackle it eventually.
Thank you, Juan. And of course, yes, we will try to answer all of the questions, be it in the chat or in the Q&A at the end of the presentation. But also, if we don't answer one, we will try to follow up by email, because as we said, we will send the recording with the follow-up email by the end of the week. So if we miss some questions, we are sorry. We will try not to, but do not worry. Eventually, we will get back to you. So let's go back to our sections, okay? So we said that we have a lot of different types of sections that allow you to do pretty much whatever you want with your custom pages. Before I move forward, I also wanted to go back to the homepage. The homepage could be defined as an hybrid, right? Because its structure or the layout of the homepage is given by the template that you have chosen. So if you choose Livingstone, of course, there's going to be the full width image. The logo will be on the top left corner. However, the content of the homepage is not default content. So you can use these sections in your homepage as well and build a nice, beautiful homepage through sections. With that said, I wanted to focus on two sections in particular because I think these are the most versatile. You can use them to do a lot of different and cool things as well. The content section, as we said, the content section mainly allows you to add text, or you would think that you can use it to add text only, but that's not true. In the content section, we can add pictures, we can add videos together with the text. It is actually the only widget that allows you to upload a picture and make it clickable. So if you upload a picture into the content section, unlike the image section, you would be able to click on the picture and add a URL to it, so that when a website visitor clicks on it, they will be taken to the URL that you have added. And the other section that I want to talk about is the HTML section. Because with this, you can do a lot of different things. You can really get creative here. For example, unique design and functionality, embedding third-party tools, scripts, and interactive elements, and also allows you to kind of like personalize the style and layout of these elements. Let's take a closer look. So let's actually see how these sections or really look like on real websites, or what you can possibly do with those. Combine different elements for dynamic and keep your brand in mind. For example, these examples are taken from our customers' websites. So these are real Lodgify websites. Here we have a content widget where both pictures and text have been added together, but in a nice way with icons. Here, pretty much the same. So this customer wanted to recommend some activities to enjoy in the area during the stay. And here, for example, this user has chosen to add this pattern throughout the entire website. So you see these 3 dots, colored dots, that kind of evoke the colors of the logo and the colors of the website. So this is nothing more than a content widget with an image added to it and then placed strategically in the different pages of the website, so to evoke the kind of the brand of the business, right? So it's a very small thing, but it makes a lot of difference. And it gives the website a completely different, better, enhanced look. Highlight your properties feature and share useful information. So here, for example, this user has created through the content section, they've uploaded the picture of the rental, added links, and also highlighted the main amenities. So clearly in the rental page, the amenities are already highlighted, the default ones. But maybe there are other amenities that you would like to put in evidence or to highlight a little better, so you can get creative there as well. Or this customer here created a page for frequently asked questions with icons about pets, about when to, I don't know, throw the garbage, things like that. So really, you can make the content of the website very interactive or very dynamic to engage with the website visitor at the full possibility. And discover engaging ways of creating content. For example, this customer, through our custom HTML section, they have injected an external code where they have created, through an external platform, they have created this nice interactive map where if you over like the different pins on the map, it gives you a description of the activity or the attraction there, and also added a nice video at the bottom of the page. The reason why the video is a little bit shaky is because of the recording. If Juan or Chan, you can share with in the chat the article from the blog where these examples have been listed, so that they can actually see them with their own eyes to see how cool they look. but also some other ideas. For example, this is a content section, really basic, right? It's just text with a title in bold. Let's see how many, with the same text, the same content, how better we can make it through HTML in particular. So there's plenty of platforms that allow you to enter your text and get the HTML code with the styling, right? So with colors or different fonts, etc. You can also use the artificial intelligence for this and use the HTML code into the different content widget to make it a little bit more engaging rather than just using plain text, white background, and bold, etc. Okay, so these are just some ideas. The message that we want to send is that you have to kind of think outside of the box a little bit, and you can really get creative here. It's your website, so you can choose the way you want your rentals to be perceived from whoever, not just the rental, but the brand in general, your business, how you want it to be perceived from whoever is visiting the website for the first time, because the impact does a lot. Other examples in here, I have used some the custom HTML section to create a nice frequently asked question section, for example, or a countdown, so a timer that you can use for your promotions, or interactive elements like this, where you hover over with the mouse over different circles, and it gives you like some recommendations for activities that you can do in the area, or also combining again icons, text to give space or highlight specific amenities available in your rental. So really the possibilities are, I would say, infinite, endless possibilities. You just have to think at what you like and now you want it to display on the website and play a little bit with it. Okay, so as we said, the website is built in 5 minutes because most of the default content is created by the system. However, you can really put effort and time and customize it so that it really reflects your brand identity in the best way possible. Finally, this is all this whatever we said so far is what you can do through Lodgify, right? So through our website builder. However, Lodgify also has integration with external apps and tools that allow you to do all sorts of things. In particular, now we have integrated with WordPress, in that if you have already built your website on WordPress, now there is a widget available for our booking engine that you can directly select from WordPress, and that integrates with your Lodgify reservation system. So you just use that widget on your WordPress website, and that widget is your booking engine, your Lodgify booking engine. Okay, it will show your real availability, it will show your real prices, and the reservations will appear in your Lodgify reservation section. Then we have Beyond Booking that can help you build a nice Lodgify website and also help you with the marketing and the strategy and SEO of your website builder, your Lodgify website. Reviews is a cool tool for reviews. It's an external widget, or it's a platform that allows you to create one widget where all of the reviews that you receive on your Lodgify website, but also on the most important booking platforms such as Airbnb, Booking, Vrbo. Reviews allows you to create one single widget where all of your reviews are grouped together, and add that widget to your Lodgify website. And you can also customize it so that it also reflects the design of your website. Dropping blog, creating a blog is recommended. With the blog, you can share with your potential guests or your guests nice activities, events, attractions, what's the best food to eat in the area. You you can really touch a lot of different topics with a blog. And through these integration, you can also create a nice blog to integrate into your Lodgify website. Okay. And finally, Hudson is another platform that has recently developed an integration through our public API and will help you build a nice, beautiful website that integrates with Lodgify booking engine. Okay, so the website is built not in Lodgify, it's built through the public API, but fully integrated with your Lodgify reservation system. And with that, the presentation is over. So now we can finally answer your questions. I've seen the chat moving a lot. This means you have asked a lot of questions, which is great. As Juan said already, we will try to cover as many as we can and answer as many as we can. But in case we can't, it's okay, because we will follow up in the email that you will receive by the end of the week. So some questions have been moved to the Q&A. I don't know, Juan, if you maybe want to take the stage to answer the questions.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Adri. Let me tackle some of the questions. Feel free to jump in at any point or correct me if you want to add anything or maybe add more context to my answers. So let's begin. By the way, before we begin answering the questions, remember, if we miss your question, you will probably receive an email following up this presentation. If you come up with a question after the presentation, you can also contact us. help@lodgify.com is for users, people who are already active users of Lodgify, and sales@lodgify.com for people who are not users yet, but are interested still to ask any questions. They are welcome to. So let's begin. The first two questions are actually about the same topic, so let me address them immediately. So it's not possible to add a video file to the hero image because the hero image has to be an image. So you only accept image formats for this section. But there is a little wiggle room here because there is a thing called GIF. GIFs are animated pictures. So if you want to add, a picture with motion, which is kind of a video minus the audio, so it will not have any audio, but it will be moving. So you can add a GIF to your hero image. Do take into consideration that GIFs are usually more heavy to load than a still picture. So if you do add a GIF, it might impact the performance for people who go into your website and they have, a lower bandwidth. They have a worst internet connection or a worst device. So if your market is for people, in some part of the world with worst bandwidth, worst internet connection, worst devices, maybe don't add the GIF. If you don't mind this, you can add a GIF and just be happy. Then we have, by the way, this was the question from Hal Kirikis Hospitality and Oriana del Cabe. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your names. And then we have Joan. So Joan says, I have automatics responses set up. How does the door code show up in the response? I use last 4 digits of guest's phone. Will it auto-populate like the guest name? Do you want to take this one? Do you want me to address it?
You can address it.
Okay. Oh, by the way, sorry guys, if you hear Can twice, it's because he and Adriana are on the same place, so you are hearing him from both microphones at the same time. So in this case, the door code to be shown in the response has to be sent by your door code app, right? So if you are using a third-party app for the door code, all that you need to do is make sure the app is linking the door code to the proper placeholder in Lodgify. Not all third-party apps offer this integration, so be sure to check with your third party. Now, that is only for people who use a variable door code, which can vary from reservation to reservation. If you just want to use the same door code for every single reservation and only make it change according to the rental to the specific property, that can be solved within Lodgify without any third party. All you need to do is use the placeholders inside Lodgify. They will give you one door code for each rental. If that suffices, that's your solution right there. Now, let's see about the next question. This one is from Lee Vernon, and it goes directly to Can. Apparently, what if you already have your own website? Can you move that over, or do you need to build a new one?
I'm happy to take this one. Basically, for the website builder, we have a great website builder you can utilize to create your own website, but there are also a product called external widgets where you can copy and paste the booking engine to your own website, so that, for example, we have a book now button that you can place it on your property pages that will directly take you out to the Lodgify's checkout. Or there's also the search bar where you can click on it and it will lead you to the Lodgify's booking flow. If you have a WordPress website also, you can utilize Lodgify's WordPress plugin that is uniquely built for WordPress. Thank you.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Can, for jumping in. Thank you, Lee, for the question, and also thank you all the other participants who also helped answering some questions. I noticed some of you are already veterans of Lodgify, so thank you for also participating and answering questions. Now, we have Sandra Hawks asking, can I use Lodgify for both short-term and long-term rentals? So, Can, do you want to take it? Should I take it?
I can jump in.
Thank you.
You can use it for both. Lodgify is a unique product that tries to address both the long tail and also the power sellers at the same time. So we do have people with 3 rentals, but I've seen people with 500, 600, 1,000 rentals working with Lodgify as well. So I can say it with confidence that Lodgify's feature set is able to accommodate both for short-term and long-term rentals without any limitation, I can say.
Well, thank you so much, Can. Yes, one of the values at Lodgify is to try to foster the independence of every owner. So we try to make our product be flexible and adaptable to many of your needs. That is why some of the features are not rigid. They are very much malleable. So, can I send you my logo? Oh, no, sorry. I'm skipping one question. Giacomo, you came first. In the logo section, I have a text because I have only one property and is the name of my villa. But 24 as maximum font size doesn't show it properly big enough. So, any workarounds? Yes, Giacomo, for this specific question, I do recommend you to write to help@lodgify.com so we can have a look at your specific account and we can give you a proper solution tailored to your specific account. We need to see, the length of the name of your rental and, how much is it big enough for you, and we can propose a solution tailored for you. I will not ask you to share your, private credentials here because this is a public meeting, and that is why it's best to communicate to help@lodgify.com. Okay.
Juan, sorry, if I can add one thing to this.
Yes.
You can, as we said during the presentation, you can definitely create the image, like the logo as an image, but only using texts. So I would, as a workaround, you can try to generate or create your logo in one of those platforms that we mentioned in our blog post, because you can definitely create a logo that is just text. and then upload it as a picture, as like a logo, instead of using the business name field. Upload it as a picture, and there you can definitely, or you will have more space in terms of size, and probably the text will also show a little better. So in one of the examples that I showed you before, the logo was mostly text. So you can still use the image feature or functionality, but only using text, and create the logo as plain text through one of those platforms that are mentioned in our blog post. So as a quick workaround, I would suggest you to do that, but of course, feel free to open a ticket with us and we will address your question more closely by looking at your account and the actual business name that you have. Thanks.
Yes, thanks, Adri, for adding so much value to the response. So yes, you can take Adri's insights to have a crack at your logo. And remember, if nothing else works, always be happy to contact help@lodgify.com. That's why we are here. Now, the next question from Chef. Chef is asking, can I send you my logo to see if it will work? Also, do I have to have the URL hosted on another website? If so, how does that work? Now, let me try to see if I understand your question correctly, Chef. Okay, let me know in the comments if I'm not understanding your question. Yes? So, Chef, first, the logo can be uploaded directly to your website builder. You don't have to have it hosted somewhere else. You have the picture or the image in your computer. You just upload it into your website builder. If this is not what you meant, please let me know. And for your question, if you can send us your logo, sure. What you have to do, if you are already a subscriber, as I mentioned, help@lodgify.com. And if you are not, sales@lodgify.com is the place to share any of these very specific questions or files you want us to take a look at. Okay? I hope that answers your question, Chef. And if not, please do leave a comment right now so I can see it. Now, the last question for today.
Sorry if I interrupt you. I posted this question for this Q&A session. I know that you already answered, but I thought it was maybe worth mentioning the languages for our website builder. Okay. So Giacomo is asking, I set multiple languages on the website, but I noticed nothing has been automatically translated from my default language, Italian, to the other. Should I do this manually for all the other languages I set? So as you already answered, Lodgify websites are, first of all, you can have as many versions as you want, so you can add multiple languages to one website. We definitely don't recommend adding too many. It depends a little bit on your target, right? So if you're the majority of your guests are local guests or more international guests, maybe Italian and English in your case, because you mentioned Italian. It depends a little bit on your market, let's say, but we don't necessarily recommend adding too many languages, the ones that make sense to you. The default content of the website, therefore, I'm talking about not just default pages, but also about the different items that appear on every Lodgify website. For example, in the search bar, arrival and departure, right? In the search bar, that's default content. If you add Italian, Spanish, whatever language you add, we do already have the translations available for that type of content, so default content. Custom content instead, and when I say custom content, I'm not just talking about the content section or the text that you add to the content section of your website builder. I'm also referring to your rental description, for example, or the captions that you can add to the pictures, or the direction fields in the location section. That is custom content. It's custom because it's different from one account to the other. So that content must be manually translated. So the answer to the question is, one, you can have your website in multiple languages, and the translations happen automatically for some part of the website and manually for others. once again, if you want us to give you like instructions, we can share knowledge-based articles as well. But if you want us to look at your account specifically and website specifically, feel free to reach out to us at help at lodgify.com. Sorry, help at
Yes.
lodgify.com. And we will look at your account and try to guide you on how to translate the different website sections
Yes.
in the different
Also,
languages.
very interesting topic that Adriana just pointed out. Please never, ever, ever write to support at lodgify.com. Some people have been known to write to that email, and that email doesn't exist. So if you write a question there and you wonder why your question hasn't been answered in a month, which is not the SLA of Lodgify, that is why. So always make sure you are writing to help at lodgify.com. Somebody will answer you. And if you are not a customer, as I said, sales at lodgify.com. Thank you, Can, for sharing the actual email. Yes, bookmark that one for your questions about specific things related to your account. That goes there. Okay?
Exactly. So to answer to Giacomo's last question as well, we will be happy to look at your website if you write to us. So
Yes.
feel free to at any point.
Yes. Also, thank you, Giacomo, for all the questions.
Sì. A lot of questions from Giacomo here.
Yeah.
Okay, we are a little bit over time, but I think we were able to answer, if not all, the majority of questions. I will go over the chat once again before we send you the recording in the follow-up email. So in case we have missed some, we can get back to you in the email. I would like to thank everybody who decided to register, even if you couldn't join. I hope you will be able to watch the recording. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being active in the chat and for asking questions. I hope I will be able to see you again in the upcoming episodes of this series, Mastering Lodgify. We will continue with the website. We will also move eventually to other parts of the software. And also remember that the previous episodes are available on our YouTube channel in the playlist called Mastering Lodgify. And with that said, thank you very much, Juan and Chun, for joining, for participating, and for helping during the question and answers. It was amazing to have you here. And that's it. I hope to see everybody in the next one. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day. Goodbye.
Yes.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
And thank you, Darius and Nicola, for staying until the, almost end. If you see this recording, thank you for participating and being here. See you guys.
Thank you,
Ciao.
everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.